The National Electrical Code, or NEC, does not contain a specific, explicit requirement mandating the installation of a housekeeping pad for motor control center or NEC equipment. However, several general requirements within the NEC could be interpreted to necessitate or strongly suggest the use of a housekeeping pad in particular installations. Let's consider these relevant articles and their implications. Article 110.26 of the NEC pertains to the spaces about electrical equipment. This article mandates that sufficient access and working space be provided and maintained around all electrical equipment to permit ready and safe operation and maintenance of such equipment. Subsections of this article address the required dimensions of working space, the presence of clear spaces, and the need to maintain adequate illumination. More crucially, from the perspective of a housekeeping pad, Article 110.26 requires that electrical equipment be installed and maintained in a manner that prevents the accumulation of debris and moisture. The presence of debris and moisture can compromise the integrity of electrical insulation, accelerate corrosion, and create hazardous conditions that could lead to electrical faults, equipment failure, or even electrical fires. A housekeeping pad, which is typically a raised concrete platform upon which the NEC equipment is mounted, can significantly aid in preventing the accumulation of debris and moisture around the base of the equipment. By elevating the equipment above the floor level, the pad creates a barrier against standing water, spills, and the settling of dust and dirt. It also facilitates easier cleaning and inspection of the area around the equipment. In addition to Article 110.26, Article 408.5 of the NEC also bears relevance to the discussion of housekeeping pads. This article specifically addresses the installation of switchboards and panel boards, which are closely related to NEC equipment in terms of their function and application. Article 408.5 states that switchboards and panel boards must be installed in a clean and dry location. This requirement is intended to protect the equipment from environmental factors that could degrade its performance or pose a safety hazard. A housekeeping pad can contribute to maintaining a clean and dry environment for NEC equipment by preventing the ingress of water and debris. Furthermore, a raised platform can improve ventilation around the equipment, reducing the risk of condensation and moisture buildup. While the NEC does not explicitly define what constitutes a clean and dry location, the intent is clear to prevent the installation of electrical equipment in areas prone to water damage, excessive dust, or other contaminants. Several benefits are realized by installing a housekeeping pad. Firstly, prevention of debris and moisture accumulation around NEC equipment is achieved. A housekeeping pad elevates the equipment, creating a physical barrier that minimizes the contact of the equipment's base with floor-level contaminants. This is particularly important in industrial environments where spills, dust, and dirt are common. Secondly, the life of the equipment is extended. By protecting the NEC equipment from moisture and debris, a housekeeping pad helps to prevent corrosion, insulation breakdown, and other forms of degradation that can shorten the lifespan of the equipment. This translates into reduced maintenance costs and increased reliability. Thirdly, the risk of electrical fires is reduced. Accumulations of dust, dirt, and moisture can create conductive paths that can lead to electrical arcing and fires. A housekeeping pad minimizes this risk by keeping the area around the equipment clean and dry. Fourthly, the NEC room is kept clean and dry. A housekeeping pad facilitates easier cleaning and maintenance of the NEC room. It allows for quick and efficient removal of spills and debris, ensuring that the room remains in a safe and orderly condition. The decision of whether or not to install a housekeeping pad for NEC equipment ultimately rests on a judgment call that should be made based on the specific circumstances of the installation. Several factors should be considered when making this decision. Consider the environmental conditions of the installation location. If the NEC equipment is to be installed in an area prone to spills, flooding, or excessive dust, a housekeeping pad is highly recommended. Assess the importance of equipment reliability. In critical applications where downtime is unacceptable, a housekeeping pad can provide an extra layer of protection that minimizes the risk of equipment failure. Determine the budget constraints. While housekeeping pads do add to the initial cost of the installation, they can save money in the long run by reducing maintenance costs and extending the life of the equipment. It is also prudent to consider local codes and regulations. Some jurisdictions may have specific requirements or recommendations regarding the installation of housekeeping pads for electrical equipment. The absence of an explicit requirement in the NEC does not preclude the need for a housekeeping pad. In many instances, the general requirements of the NEC combined with sound engineering practices will warrant the installation of a housekeeping pad to ensure the safe and reliable operation of MCC equipment.